The management of East Coast Airways is thinking about introducing a daily return flight from Melbourne to the Gold Coast. You're the management accountant at East Coast Airways and are working with the marketing manager to recommend the price for a return ticket. In researching the market, you and the marketing manager establish potential demand for the planned flight, distinguish between business and pleasure travelers. You define pleasure travelers as those who start their travel during 1 week, spend at least 1 weekend at their destination, and return the following week or thereafter. Business travelers are defined as those who start and complete their travel within the same work week. They do not stay over the weekends. You also estimate the effects of two different prices on the number of seats expected to be sold and the variable cost per ticket, including the commissions paid to travel agents. See the table below. Estimate from the records of similar flights that the fuel costs are likely to amount to $18,500 and allocate a total of $150,000 to the return flight in respect of aircraft lease costs, ground services, and flight crew salaries. You present this information to the management team for discussion at the next management meeting. So, if the price charged is $600 per ticket, then the variable cost per ticket will be $65, and you expect 225 business travelers and 110 pleasure travelers. On the other hand, if the price per ticket is set at $1,350 per ticket, then variable cost per ticket would be $150, and number of business travelers expected would be 215, and number of pleasure travelers expected would be 25. Required. Write a report to the management recommending that they charge a single price or different prices to business travelers and pleasure travelers. For the second option, recommend a way in which the airline might implement price discrimination to ensure that business travelers and pleasure travelers each pay the price the airline seeks to charge. So we have the following information from the question. If the price charged per ticket is $600, the variable cost per ticket is $65. This means the contribution per ticket is $535. If the price charged per ticket is $13.50, the variable cost per ticket is $150. This means the contribution per ticket is $1,200. So we have four possibilities to evaluate here. Option 1. Charge both business and pleasure travelers $600 per ticket. Option 2. Charge both business and pleasure travelers $13.50 per ticket. Option 3. Charge business travelers $13.50 per ticket and pleasure travelers $600 per ticket. And option 4. Charge business travelers $600 per ticket and pleasure travelers $13.50 per ticket. So let us see what will be the total contribution in each of those scenarios. So if we charge $600 for both business and pleasure travelers, the contribution per ticket is $535, and we multiply this by the total number of business and pleasure travelers. The total contribution in this case is $179,225. Option 2 is to charge $13.50 per ticket. In this case, the contribution per ticket is $1,200, and we multiply this by the total number of business and pleasure travelers to get a total contribution of $288,000. Option 3 is to charge $13.50 per ticket for business and $600 per ticket for pleasure travelers. So if we charge $13.50 for business travelers, the contribution is $1,200 per ticket, and we multiply this by the number of business travelers, 215. Plus, if we charge $600 per ticket for pleasure travelers, the contribution per ticket is $535, and we multiply this by the number of pleasure travelers, which are 110. The total contribution in this case is $316,850. Option 4 is to charge $600 for business travelers per ticket. In this case, the contribution per ticket is $5.35 and the number of business travelers will be 225. We add to this the contribution per ticket for pleasure travelers, which is 1200 times number of pleasure travelers 25. In this case, the total contribution is 150,375. So clearly we can see that maximum contribution of the four options is generated when business travelers are charged $13.50 per ticket and pleasure travelers are charged $600 per ticket. The reason we see that the business travelers do not decrease substantially as compared to the pleasure travelers when the price increases from $600 to $13.50 per ticket is that there may be many business travelers who may not be paying on their own. Their employers may be paying for it, and even if they're running their own business, if they have to travel for business, there may be good reasons for them to pay for it because they may not be traveling until unless it's absolutely necessary for business needs. However, pleasure travelers may amend their travel plans if they see that the price for the ticket has increased. So they may decide to travel on different dates or different times of the day or different days of the week in a view to reduce their travel expenses. So if the airline wants to maximize the contribution, the best way to do that would be to charge business travelers $13.50 per ticket and pleasure travelers $600 per ticket. Now, this can be easily done by setting up a reservation system such that if the reservation includes a weekend, then you charge $600 per ticket because that will be a pleasure traveler who includes a weekend in the ticket. And if a reservation doesn't include a weekend in the ticket, then you charge such people $13.50 per ticket because that will be classified as a business traveler. Thank you.